SST has always been my personal villain origin story. I would open that book, stare at one chapter about ancient trade routes for 5 hours. Probably because I was busy doodling. Or I'd sit there trying to memorize which Mughal sneezed in which century and instantly feel my brain leaving my body. I mean, why are we always thinking about the past? Why can we not just once think about something that maybe happened after the invention of Wi-Fi? So as I was trying to study, my brain did what it always does. It escaped. 1 second I'm learning about how revolutions shaped nations, and the next I am doom scrolling on TikTok, hoping to find an answer on how everything comes back to history. And that is when I came across an intriguing concept. When you look at a star, you're not seeing its present. You're seeing its past. Yeah, you heard me right. Light that left years, decades, even centuries ago. The universe shows us history disguised as a twinkle. To put that into perspective, the stars of the Big Dipper are between 79 and 125 light years away. The light you see tonight probably left those stars long before you were even born. The Betelgeuse, one of the brightest stars in our night sky, is 642 light years away. If it exploded tomorrow, you wouldn't even know for another 642 years. Somehow, all of that made my SST suffering feel a little poetic. But naturally, instead of studying, I found myself procrastinating, daydreaming about stars, space, all my bad decisions, including that one decision which probably changed how I see things, which was my decision to watch Interstellar. Yeah, Interstellar 2 days before my board exams. And I know what you're thinking. Why is she talking about a movie in the middle of all of this? But trust me, it actually makes sense. Because if I hadn't watched this movie, I probably wouldn't have written this speech. And if I hadn't written it, well, I wouldn't be standing here giving this talk right now. We rarely understand moments as they happen. We only understand them later, when the light from those moments finally reach us. At one point, I was so exhausted from learning all these dates and details that I actually went up to my teacher and I asked her, "Ma'am, why does history even exist?" Not even in a philosophical way, in a "ma'am, please, let me live" way. She looked at me, smiled, the same smile she gives me when she's distributing exam papers, and said, "Anam, what would you be without your history?" Honestly, at that moment, I wanted to tell her, "Ma'am, I would be happy. That is what I would be." But I just nodded, pretended to be wise, and walked away. Now, as I replay that moment, I get what she meant. It is ironic, I was complaining about having to study the past when my own past was quietly shaping the person asking that question. Every decision sends out its own light. At the moment, you might not notice it. You won't know which moment matters or which mistake turns into growth. But eventually, the light does catch up. And when it does, you look back and realize that the person you've become was not just a canon event, it was a constellation made out of every past choice, every failure, every past version of you that thought they were trying to survive another SST chapter. So look back, understand why certain moments mattered, because if today already happened yesterday, then the future isn't ahead of us at all. It is behind us, waiting for us to turn around. With that, I leave you with a saying from one of my favorite movies, Barfi. जिंदगी के रंग हमेशा उल्टे नहीं होते, बस हमें उन्हें उल्टा देखना पड़ता है. Life's colors aren't always reversed. Sometimes we just need to see them backward. Thank you.